Hello and welcome to Construction Wolf. Today's the 1st of September, so that can only mean one thing. It's the beginning of the month and new LEGO sets are out. So I'm particularly looking forward to seeing the new minifigures, the Marvel Series 2 ones. Unfortunately, these are going to be the first series that are released in boxes. I'm sure many of you know minifigures have been released in bags in the past. This was the last series of Disney ones. And what you can do is fill inside for any distinct pieces. So I could go, I'll fill the minifigure head with a nose. It's Pinocchio. And this method, you could actually get the minifigures you wanted, avoid getting duplicates, wasting money, and try and get a whole series if you wanted that. With the boxes though, you can't do this, and I think shaking them, you're not going to really sort of be able to tell, by sound or maybe by feel really distinctively what the contents are inside. So I came up with an idea of using weight, and maybe I thought I could, weigh all the boxes and then make a guide to which minifigures which weight. But there's a lot of other people have had this idea as well. And LEGO ambassadors, they do get sent, sets of minifigures, etc. for a review early, to drum up interest before release. So I've had a look around, and there are a few guides out there already. And I found this one that seems particularly good, which is by Jay's Brick Blog. And I'll show you in a moment a close-up of that. So I'm going to try and see if this is actually applicable in the real world by using this guide in store to see if I can get the minifigures I want. What I've done is I've purchased a cheap set of scales off Amazon. These are precision scales, and they're quite nice and portable. They can just fit them in your pocket and take them with you to the shops. So these should be quite handy. And I've looked on the stock checker at my local Smith's toy store, and this is a sort of a chain of toy stores in the UK, Smith's. And they are showing us having the Marvel Series 2 minifigures in stock. So after I've shown you my setup, I'm going to then go down. Here's a close-up of the Jay's Brick Blog weight guide that I was telling you about. So this is for Marvel Studios Series 2 minifigures. And you can see here he's made them in grams and ounces, depending on what units you want to use. And then I can just load this up on my phone in the shop and then compare them to what weights the boxes are and then decide which one's which. And I can just maybe cross them off on my phone when I've got them, the ones I want. You can see here, generally they're different weights, but there are two, which is a She-Hulk here and the Beast that are both 19 grams. So they might be, tricky to tell apart. The only thing he said was that you could shake the box and the Beast has more smaller pieces in. So I'll see how I can judge that, because the Beast is actually what I want. You can see my scales here. So I just bought some small set of scales off Amazon, precision scales. They only cost like just under £6. So very affordable, and I think it's worth it as an investment, because the boxes are going to be used for minifigures from now on, just to avoid wasting money on getting duplicates, etc. and getting the ones you want. So if I just turn it on like so, you can see it just zeros. And then I've got mine set in grams. And what I did do, some scales come with a calibration weight, but mine didn't. So I've bought a set of weights, like standard weights, and then I can use like the 201 gram one to calibrate my scales. And what I liked about having a set of weights that are standards, you can then compare the weight to the other weights when it's calibrated, and then you can see if it's accurately weighed or not. So that worked well for me. So that's everything I think explained. Let's get down to Smith stores and look for some minifigures. At Smith's now, I've spotted some of the new LEGO releases, the 2023 advent calendars, like the city one with the Chihuahua and the ice hockey player. And then up here we've got the new Chewbacca too. And just over here, oh, someone's just knocked something over, we've got the new Marvel Series 2 minifigures. And I've got my scale set up now and zeroed. It's hard to see the screen and the angle I've got it on the shelf, but here we go, let's give it a go. So pop the minifigure on like so, and if you can just about see the value, you can see that it's weighing okay. I'm quickly working my way through now, trying to find the ones I want. Let's try another one. So this is the weight on my list, so I'm definitely going to pick this one up, so let's put it in my basket. There we go, chuck it in there, that's one down. I'm just differentiating the 19 gram ones now while shaking. That sounds like it's got maybe less pieces. It's quite hard. I don't know if it sounds like less pieces. That sounds like it's got more smaller pieces. Let's hopefully try and get Beast over She-Hulk. Now I've finished, I've tidied the shelf back up, and I've picked 7 minifigures out of this range. So So let's go and buy them and get home and check them out. Right, I'm back from the shops now. And that was quite a straightforward visit, really. I find with the scales, it's very easy to do. Just literally put the minifigure on, and it is the weight it is. So there's not as much interpretation as feeling the bags. You're just trying to work out, is this the piece I'm looking for or not? It's much more interpretation. And you can see I've got all my minifigures lined up here. We have a look at the moment, and it probably took no more than 10 minutes to go through them all quickly and get the ones I wanted that I thought through the weights. Whereas like with the minifigures before, I know the Disney series had a few more in it, but I spent like a good 30 to 40 minutes in the shop filling them up and trying to get the ones wanted. So much slicker process. Let's have a closer look at how I've lined these up here. So here's all my minifigures then. I've bought 7 in total out of the 12 available ones. As you'll see in the guide here, I didn't really know who this character is or this character, so I've not bothered getting them. I'm not really interested in She-Hulk. I'm not seeing the Moon Knight series, so I've not bothered to get them too either, but I've got the other 7. What I've done is I've reweighed the minifigures back at home and put the weights down, and then actually listed what I think they are corresponding to the actual guide itself for the weights you've seen here. And I've actually ordered these in the order of confidence, so the highest confidence I've got, the more distinctive weight ones I'll put first, and then we'll work our way through, and then it'll be a dramatic ending to see if I've got the actual, all of the ones I want. Because as you saw, Beast is 19 grams like She-Hulk, and I had to shake the box to see what was inside. I'm going to tip the contents when I've opened the boxes into this jug here, so you can actually see clearly what pieces there are, and also so I don't lose any pieces that fly out and maybe go onto the floor and get lost. Right, let's begin then. So let's start off with the first one, which I believe is Agatha Harkness. She was the heaviest minifigure in the series and a much distinctive weight compared to the others, significantly different. This is the actual boxes then, and it doesn't actually give you sort of a tab to open from what I can see. So I'm just going to have to, get in there. I don't want to try and damage the box too much, I want to keep it nice, so we'll try and gently get in. Okay, that's not too bad. You can see it's quite straightforward again. Let's tip it in and see if it's Agatha then. Ooh, that's the instructions. And yes, it is. You can see from her purple pieces, there's her dress. So yes, we've got that one right. So that's the first one right. Next up, I believe we've got Kate Bishop with the cute little dog figure. So let's hope it's that one. Try and get in here. Quite straightforward to open, really. Just a bit of glue on the tabs. And yeah, I can instantly see there. We have a look. We've got the cute little dog figure here, with the one eye. So yeah, that's Kate Bishop, so that's another one that's right. Now on to what I believe is the Storm minifigure. And yeah, I can already see from the hairpiece and lightning. You can see that's Storm. 3 for 3 so far, but now it's getting harder as the weights are getting quite closer together. This is hopefully Wolverine. So let me just get in here. Let's see. Yep, it's Wolverine. You can see from his blue and yellow coloration of his uniform, and there's his mask, Wolverine. So far so good. Next, hopefully we have Goliath from the Ant-Man franchise, I believe, and it should have a little Ant-Man micro figure inside, which I was quite interested in. Let's have a look. No, okay, so that's a mistake then. So that was a close weight one. So this is actually Hawkeye. You can see his head there. Look at it, sort of grumpy. And he should have a little owl piece in here. There it is. So there's a little owl. Okay then, so let's just have a quick look at the guide. Well, I've just had 17.92 grams in, which turned out to be Hawkeye. You'll see Goliath is supposed to be 17.8 grams here. And then Hawkeye's 18 grams, so that sort of falls in between those really. Right, so after the failure on the last one, I'm not really sure what to think of this one now. This is about 0.14 grams higher, and I don't think it really pushes into one of the Moon Knight characters. So in theory, this should be Hawkeye, but it's a reasonable amount of weight difference. Let's open it and see. have we got here? Oh, I'm not sure what this is. No, okay. This is the other one we wanted, but the weights must be like the wrong. I don't know if they're the wrong way around, guys. But this is the what's his name? Goliath, and he has got. Where is the little Ant-Man figure? I'm just having a rummage around there. There it is. It's a little micro figure. You can see there. Okay, so it's interesting feedback then. So the weights are different to the guide, but at least we got the figures we wanted. Right, well, after that weight discrepancy, somehow, somewhere we've got 6 for 6. Can we get 7 for 7 with the Beast? So this is one I had to shake, and the guide said that Beast had smaller parts, so they should sound different to the She-Hulk. So to me, when I was looking at the store, and you might have heard that it sounded different. Let's have a look then. It's Beast, yeah, you can see the blue. See his head there? It's like a sort of hairpiece. And there's his head. Some rummage around. There you go. There he is, looking a bit angry. There's Beast. So yes, we did get 7 for 7, which is incredible actually. So that it does work. Just before we close out the video, I wanted to double check there wasn't a mistake on my part where the pieces of paper may have got mixed up. I don't think that was the case because I wrote them as I was measuring them and then put them with the actual box. But we just double check because Goliath should be 17.29, but it turned out to be Hawkeye. If you see the guide here, Goliath is 17.8, the lower weight than actually Hawkeye, which is 18 grams in the guide. So let's take a look. This is what I thought would be Goliath, but it was Hawkeye. And I'll just show you the contents of the box. I've got torches up in there. And you can see that's Hawkeye's hairpiece and all the other bits in there. So let's double check. So 17.292, sorry. Let's put this on. And it's got a slightly variance there, but 70.93, so that tallies with what I had before. And then let's look at what I thought was a Hawkeye, but turned out to be the Goliath. So got 18.06 before. I'll just show you the pieces in here. You can see his helmet in there. And let's have a look. So yeah, 18.06 again, so the same weight. So I don't know if that's a mistake on the guide or not, but I just got lucky that I actually got the ones I wanted somehow, some way. I thought we'd have a quick look at the minifigures built up. The cape pieces actually come in this cardboard packet, so literally all of the packaging is cardboard, environmentally friendly as Lego Group is stating, so that's a good thing, I suppose. And then you can see here we've got Hawkeye for just focus. He's got his little baby owl, and you actually get with every minifigure this like transparent piece that you put into a one stud tile to make these dramatic poses. And then here we've got the Goliath, and then, in fact in mine, I don't know if it's like that for everyone, you get 2 Ant-Man minifigures, so that's pretty cool. You can see them both there. And then he has a hairpiece, because if I just take his helmet off, you'll see his face underneath there. And then we've got the Beast, and he's got his X-Men cup, and he's got a really cool little microscope build. A lot of spare pieces. Then we've got Wolverine, and he comes with a really nice Sentinel helmet that's been scratched up. And then you can put on his head to it when he becomes Logan. And then we've got Storm here, and she's got nice lightning pieces, and a really nice sort of cape that goes for the arms, which I've never seen anything like that before. Here's Kate Bishop, and then she's got like a pizza box, and this cute little dog called Lucky that has one eye. And then finally I got Agatha Harkness, and she comes with like these nice little purple pieces. And the Darkhold Magic book has a page inside. I think that's been a big success then. As you saw, I got all the minifigures that I wanted and using this weighing method. And it does prove that the weighing method is a valid alternative to filling the minifigures, which has been taken away from us. Big thank you to Jay's Brick Blog for making the guide. There was a small discrepancy in there, but it did work out in the end. And hopefully it might inspire you to try this method yourself. The scales are quite cheap to buy, as we discussed. And they're easy to just take in store and quickly weigh up the minifigures. And hopefully it avoids you wasting money getting duplicates and actually getting the minifigures you want. Hopefully you also enjoyed this video, and if you could consider liking and subscribing, that'd be much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you again next time, but until then, bye.